I'm playing Imperial Guard as my main faction, and I agree with Toilailee. The entire shitstorm may start after this, but still, I believe Imperial Guard is not in the place it should right now.
Yeah, probably.
Toilailee is mainly a Lord General player, but he, when registering for this tournament, he chose Apothecary and Warboss, two champions which he's using. Which he's planning to use more consistently here. He believes Imperial Guard is not in the right spot right now, and I agree. I might be wrong. I might be, quite biased about it, but still I agree with him. Still, he won the previous two tournaments, so you have to take his ideas into consideration.
Okay, so he recently stated that that he doesn't like to play IG anymore a lot, just because he's out of his microwave sentinels and stuff. And well, let's go back to the game here for a second at least. We have a Toilailee going for double shooters as expected against Space Marines and this Force
Scouts. Yes.
Oh yeah. So
yeah, okay, Noisy is a really unusual player. He has a lot of unusual strategies, and he's going for triple scouts against an orc, and now a tactical space marine.
Yeah, and not only that,
you might think it's actually a bad idea, but it's Noisy. He always might bring something, you wouldn't think of, but make it work.
He definitely likes big tier 1s and going for tactical marines as well. And he started off with a nice triple cap, draining almost 100 VPs from Toilailee off the bat. And now we have some Warboss chasing some scouts, but they just, well, kite him like they used to do.
Yes, and scouts are one of the fastest units, if not the fastest unit in the game.
Infantry unit at least.
Yes, definitely. And they can cap points, and it might actually provide a lot of, map advantage. But
if you see it, this force commander using range stands right now, since he camped in this cover at the very start of the game. He's just standing there and shooting with his bolt pistol at this Warboss, who was forced off apparently.
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but guys, if you by any chance disable the the standard music of the game, well, so right now I'm hearing the orc music and it's so fucking epic. Yes, this game has a really outstanding soundtrack.
Oh yeah, so Toilailee going for some Storm Boys. And Noisy already,
a good choice.
got Devastators
on the scouts on the field, and okay, there's a Devastator, but
yeah, so
he didn't know about it.
Still,
Storm Boys are always a good choice against Space Marines.
Definitely.
No matter what,
yeah,
they can jump in, and in tier 2 they actually get a knob who stuns the entire squad that he hits upon landing after the jump. It's a really good choice.
Yeah. The downside of Storm Boys is definitely that they can bleed you horribly, because they cost power to reinforce and they die fairly quickly in tier 1 at least. But we have a full retreat from Noisy here, besides his force commander.
And I don't blame him. He had like 2 scout squads and his command against the entire orc army. That's not what you want to be in.
Yeah, and there's the enhanced custom shooter, shoot him good on this force commander. Who might get... yeah, he does get killed actually, and these Storm Boys need to retreat. Very nice play from Toil there. Noisy apparently thought that he had retreated his force commander and now has to pay 250 rec to shield him back. So how do you think? How develops this game at the moment?
So far I'd actually give a huge advantage to Noisy. Just, out of the sheer amount of squads out on the field. I mean, yeah, scouts are cheap, but they actually provide a lot of, you could say, utility, and they're really fast taking cap points. So
Well,
yeah.
if you saw
On
that,
on the other hand, you know, Noisy has a quite huge, if I might say, MVP advantage, which is not what you want to see playing Orc in Tier 1.
oh, Noisy going even more Tier 1 using Assault Marines now.
And you know, that's really usual about him. He likes to create, I mean, build the really heavy Tier 1.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not about choice.
On the other hand, he doesn't invest any upgrade for his scouts at all, and I think that's what you want to try when you go this heavy Tier 1, to not upgrade your scouts.
Well, you know, he has 6 squads. 6 squads in Tier 1. That's quite a lot. Yeah, he's not. I mean, yeah, he's not getting any upgrades. But on the other hand, look at the map control.
Yeah,
look at the VP score.
Now Toilailee spotted this Assault Marines and instantly retreated their Storm Boys. Doesn't want to bleed too much from them. And yeah, they just running havoc, and this Warboss doing his storm and stuff. Meanwhile, Toilailee decapped and capped all the left side of the map actually. But if you see it in the far down left side, we have some scouts parked by Noisy, just for the case he will need them.
Yeah, but you know, Toilailee is going Tier 2 now, but that's the I mean, if you're playing Orc or Tyranid or anything like that, if Space Marine has like a really huge advantage on the victory points and resources in Tier 1, okay, maybe not resources, but still, victory points, it is not good.
Not good at all.
So
definitely.
Toilailee, Noisy is actually doing a really good job, and he's really close to Tier 2 himself.
Yeah,
He's 85 power now, so you never know.
it's definitely interesting how stuff unfolds. Toilailee has gone for a shooter boy knob on the other hand, not going for big shooters on this squad, but on the other squad. Interesting choice. Usually you want, usually you see double big shooters before going for some
It's
knobs.
pretty standard, and I have to say it's a really good choice.
Oh yeah, and now you see this
you have
parked
the
scouts in
DPS
action.
and then you're not going into melee.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Devastator's close to be wiped. And
Still they survive, yeah.
yeah, these parked scouts now in action here, as you see on the far left side, decapping this victory point.
You know,
It's
the
just
only
brilliant
problem
play.
I see with Noisy right now is that he has a lot of power, but where is the requisition?
Yeah, he has some upkeep. 52 actually not too bad. Not worse than Toilailee, to be honest.
Yes, but the map control actually swinged in the Toilailee's favor. You know,
Yeah.
before the tournament, a lot of players asked me, who do I see as like the top 4 of the tournament? And I have to say, I've seen Noisy, Toilailee, Dark Riku, and Holy Hammer.
So let's see.
And yeah, and since Toilailee and Noisy met in the quarterfinals already, you never know. They're actually both worth each other, and this match might go either way around.
Yeah, so we have some Death Dread coming out. Shooter Stormboy Knob already on the field, so Toilailee making his faster attack to his advantage. Let's see if he can profit from that majorly, since he has to. He's down about over 200 victory points right now, and he definitely has to take
that's
back
actually that's actually quite a huge advantage. If you're talking about Noisy, especially in 1v1, because you know, yes, the Dawn of War 2 provides 2v2, 3v3 and 3-for-all matches. But still, when you're talking about Noisy in 1v1, he is the player that bar none might be the best victory point controlling player in the entire game.
Since Choco Bambus doesn't play too much, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
but still, I think they're on par anyway.
Yeah. On the other hand, Toilailee definitely being more successful in killing units. He already killed one scout squad, and killed the Force Commander twice. And
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be AFK for like 1 minute again because there's
yeah, again. Okay.
another issue, but yeah, I'll be back really soon.
Okay. So that's me back here alone. Death Threat went for Burners and Bits from the scratch, but Devastator's already upgraded to the last cannon. We have some power harassment here over here by a Toilailee, upgraded now to big shooters on his knob squad, shooter boy squad with the knob, and repairing his Death Threat back here. And I think Noisy will have to do some plays here to get back into the game. I mean, Toilailee got some triple cap already and keeping up the VP pressure as he just has all the stuff he needs to push back these Space Marines. Stormboy jump not wasted, but doesn't stun anything since the Noisy just instantly retreats his Devastators. And yeah, Toilailee definitely looking strong right now. Losing his VP right here to his Soul Scout, wasting his users, Shoppers and Sluggers, but it's not really big deal, I think. And despite having 5 squads on the field, Noisy doesn't look too well on resources to field anything others than that soon, while Toilailee will soon be able to head into tier 3. So things definitely turned. Meanwhile, the Force Commander actually upgraded to the Thunder Hammer, probably just to counter these Storm Boys, and it's a decent upgrade, I think. And yeah, you saw Angry Bits used already, and Shooter's gonna upgrade to the second knob. In Elite, the Shooter knobs obviously increasing Shooter Boy damage by 15% flat, so that's a change to retail, and it's been mentioned several times in casts from Ingrid, for example. And yeah, Noisy just trying to spread his capping squads, maintain his VP advantage, which is still there. Assault Marines upgraded to a Sergeant, and not seeing any Thunder Lightning upgrades to maybe deal with his Death Threat, since his runs Rampage all over the place and doesn't give these Devastators any chance to get a last cannon hit on it. And yeah, Assault Marines already losing a model, so despite a strong start from Noisy, he definitely looking thin right now, besides having 5 units on the field, but he doesn't seem to get something work. I might be wrong. Armor of the Artificer's armor actually has been purchased, and we got some Sternguard veterans now on the field. Good choice, decent choice. They can load their Vengeance rounds to put some pound on this Death Threat, who's still walking around, which he shouldn't be against a less cannon and maybe Thunder and Lightning, but Noisy doesn't decide to go for this upgrade. And both players totally are on par on their micro. No units being lost on both sides out of the vision, at least. And Toilailee pushing hard in the mid here. Storm Boys have to retreat. The Thunder Hammer definitely doing his job. Meanwhile, Toilailee on the other hand got his Weird Boy, and that's a decent melee counter for Orcs. You see it often, and it definitely is worth the purchase. Now less cannon getting a hit on this Death Threat, meanwhile being pummeled on by this Warboss. And Toilailee evening out the victory points, in fact getting a lead. And Toilailee upgraded to the Cyborg implants. Interesting choice, definitely a good choice against these Assault Marines. You want to have some kind of counter to them. I mean, he has enough. He didn't have to go for the cyborg advance, but well, I guess he does want several counters on the field. Death Threat still walking around. Now the Force Commander upgraded to more stuff. I can't focus on actually. Whatever. Nope. And he's retreating out. Getting the Iron Halo upgrade. And there goes the Devastator squad for Noisy. Done by the Storm Boys. And Noisy building a plasma cannon Devastator right now, so yeah, let's see it. Noisy has a 2-2-1 soon, and his scouts have to run here, so Toilailee will be getting a triple cap soon, probably, unless Noisy can pull off something. But well, to be honest, he doesn't have any power really.
Okay, I'm sorry for being off for so long, but there's a really like old school player out there called Blood Rage. He's from Belarus.
Yeah.
I believe you know about this country. It's right next to Poland, but still, he's pretty poor at speaking English and pretty good at speaking Russian. And since I'm so awesome and I can speak Russian, I can actually communicate with him. And there's a really serious situation out there, so I have to resolve it. So I might be out for a little longer. So stay tuned. I'll definitely be back in this stream. I'm saying with Uncle Milty, metal for life, and yeah. So I'll be back really as soon as I can.
Feel free to do whatever you need to do. So I'm going back to this game for now. Use the choppers on these Storm Boys just to kill these Assault Marines, but they sense the danger and retreat immediately, and Toilailee surely got this game in his hands unless something majorly changes here, but I don't see that coming. Noisy started very strong, but Toilailee now in tier 3 and his Warboss already level 4. Heavily out-leveling this Force Commander, and both heroes didn't do too bad. And there we saw a nice over there on the Sluggers to get close to the Sternguard veterans, but it's a triple cap for Toilailee, and Noisy didn't quite recover from his power loss at all. His heavy tier 1 made him lose so much requisition that he didn't have the opportunity to come back into the game really. So, well, it's not over. I won't call it that early, but definitely looks dark for Noisy. Forced to retreat like everywhere, and there we have a Zap jump onto this Storm Boys, and Zap is nothing you want to have in your Orc army at all. And yeah, Noisy actually concedes. Good game.